Or maybe you should try it. Let's see.
Or what?
Go live and let's see how if I'm disturbing you or not. I would love to see you go live for like 7 days straight. Just jump on there and tell the people whatever's on your mind. What would you be talking about? Hey, y'all. Welcome, welcome. I'm having a conversation, waging the hubby to see if he's willing to go live on Facebook every single day. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, y'all. Hey, everybody. It's me, Tanisha O, and welcome to Tea with Tanisha O. I am excited to be with you today. I am a forgiveness coach. I help people get unstuck. That's what I do. You got stuff, baggage from your childhood. You're wondering why you're not getting paid, why things aren't working out the way you think that they should. You really don't realize it's just old stuff. And that's what I'm here to do, help y'all get unstuck. I want to talk about something today. I want to talk about it being exhausting. What is exhausting? Sometimes it feels like everything is exhausting. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been traveling a lot lately. That could be exhausting. But what isn't exhausting is the ROI, the return on the investment of why I'm traveling, right? The business behind it. What's exhausting is so many of us want multiple streams of income. Y'all, I get it. When you're trying to put together your business plan and then you're trying to put together these products and services and you're trying to figure out how to make one thing link to another thing and how many products and should you go live or should you type it and what's a sales page and what's a landing page and how many products, how do I write a book? The thing is that the questions are endless. It's exhausting. You know, today I had my group coaching with the people who are in the elite group of the 75-day challenge. And I realized something like some of these people have a lot of questions. And that's probably you too, with a lot of questions. But at some point, you have to get to a place where you're willing to stop asking questions and actually take action. Yes, it's exhausting trying to do things. You think that you're going to become that millionaire and you're just going to sit around and no. But sometimes you got to realize that some people say it's always the devil. The devil's distracted me. Lord, if I hear that story one more time. How about the fact that God may be testing you to see how bad you want it? When you're tired, when you're exhausted, what do you have inside of you to pull out, to pull through it? Think about those times that something happened to one of your children or a loved one or something, and you were exhausted. You had already had the longest day ever. You were like, I don't want to deal with another thing. Where did you pull out the strength from? Where did you find the energy? Where did you find the tenacity? Because it meant something to you. And so the thing about building a business that I've learned, if I could be 100% honest with you, it's the consistency of it all. Like, in order to be successful in business, you almost get to figure out how to be happy, grateful, joyful, and excited while being bored because you're doing the exact same thing every single day. Today is day 315. Day 315 of me sitting right here in front of y'all on a Facebook Live. Every day. Every day. Day 315. What have you done consistently for 315 days straight beyond like feeding your kids or eating or something? Like something consistent for yourself? That takes discipline. That takes consistency on another level, because I showed up when I didn't feel like it. I showed up when I didn't want to. I showed up when I was exhausted. I showed up when I was pissed off. I showed up when I was sad. I showed up when I was happy. I showed up when I was grateful. I showed up when I felt helpless. I showed up when I was feeling depressed. I showed up. And the beautiful part about it all is that when you show up, you will always reap the benefit and the reward of showing up. I did not attach what I thought was going to come from it. I didn't say today, if I show up, I'm going to get 1 million people to watch me. No, I just showed up, and I showed up as who I was. I didn't look to say, who do I get to be today? No, if I didn't feel like it, I didn't feel like it. And more than likely, I told y'all, if it was the day when I was completely quiet because I put myself in a timeout, y'all sat with me in complete silence for like 5 minutes and 50 seconds. because that's where I was. So for some of y'all, you're completely exhausted, but you're quitting and you're allowing the exhaustion to lead the way versus your tenacity, your courageousness, your bravery. That needs to be the thing leading the way. Your consistency needs to be the thing that is leading and guiding you to the next level, not how you're feeling. You're never going to feel like it. Do you think that today I felt like pulling this computer up, getting everything set up in order for me to go live, as I, in my mind, am thinking, I need to go to the bank. I got to get ready. I have a flight to catch in a very few hours. I really need to begin to prepare for this trip that I'm about to take. I have other things on my mind, and oh, I get to go live. It's not about what I feel like doing. It is the commitment that I made to me, not my commitment that I made to you first. It's the commitment that I made to me. So even when you're exhausted, what can you do? What can you create? What ideas can you write down? What can you build? And if you want it bad enough, because here's the deal. The reality is half the time we love talking about it way more than we love doing it. It looks sexy when you talk about it. It looks sexy when you're able to walk in the room and you look fly. But don't nobody want to be out there when I'm paving and I'm running these streets of Baltimore because I'm running to lose the weight. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to do that part. Nobody wants to be there when the mental challenge comes, when it's 4:00 in the morning and I'm running a 4x4x48 and I've been doing it for 48 hours straight and I'm just pushing myself. I can barely walk, but I got to push because that's the commitment that I made to myself. See, nobody wants to show up when they're exhausted, but you want the results of the greatness. You want the results of the brilliance. You want the results of all the good things. You want to look at somebody else's life and say, yeah, I could do that. We'll do it. Do it when you're exhausted. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you're crying. Do it when you don't feel like it. Do it when you're ready to quit. Get it done. Do it. Listen, y'all. God didn't promise some perfect, comfortable life. As a matter of fact, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. What I'm exhausted from is listening to everybody else compare their life to somebody else's and wonder why they don't have the results. You don't have the results because you're not doing whatever you're supposed to be doing. You are trying to live somebody else's best life. How about trying living your best life, doing your thing? Nobody can duplicate you. You see, the arena that I run in, this arena right here, only person in this track, only person in there, it's me. And you know who I get to run alongside with? I run alongside my thoughts, whether my thoughts are fear, rejection, joy, gratitude, happiness, whatever it is that I'm running alongside with. I pick who's running alongside with me. I get to decide if I'm trying to chase fear or I'm trying to chase my dreams. I get to decide that. You get to decide that. You decide who's in the arena. Because I'm going to tell you what, the next influencer, Jada, Will Smith, Oprah, they're not even in the arena with me because they're in their own arena. They're not thinking about me. They're not thinking about you. I'm focusing on me. I'm making sure that I'm full. Just like I told my tribe earlier today during our group training. I said, listen, y'all. One of them asked me, Tanisha, how do you know when you're tired? Great question. I know by the way I feel. What do? I have to make sure I am always overflowing. Whatever it is that I give to my husband, whatever it is that I give to my children, whatever it is I give to my tribe as I'm teaching, as I'm training, as I'm leading, as I'm entering into this world to go to the grocery store, y'all are receiving from my overflow. You understand? My cup is always full. And the moment my cup feels like it's not full, if I start skimming off the top, I'm backing up. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to be quiet because I know that if I'm tired and I'm exhausted, that's what's going to come out. And I got to make sure I always stay full. I got to make sure that my cup is overflowing. So for all of y'all who are like, get a bigger plate. I'm not getting a bigger plate. I'm not. The plate size that I have is good enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to either swivel the plate around so that I start eating off a different portion of that plate. So I'm not just eating the peas all the time. Maybe I'm eating some of the cabbage, or I'm going to go ahead and take some of the food off my plate and put it to the side and come back to it later on. You know how you eat half your food, you put some in the microwave, some needs to go in the refrigerator. Some of it might just need to be thrown away because it's old stuff. And let's talk about that. Some of y'all are still focusing on the dreams from 10 and 20 years ago when God is giving you a new vision, a new thing, a new dream, but you still trying to taste the old. Some of y'all need to take some of that stuff off your plate. The moment you take it off your plate, you won't be so exhausted. You'll actually have the energy you need because you're not so weighed down carrying everybody else's baggage, carrying the baggage. You can't carry all that stuff into where you're going. You got to release it. You got to let it go. You got to be ready to move forward. Yes, you're exhausted. I understand. So is everybody else. So what you gonna do about it? You get to decide. What are you gonna do about it? You're exhausted. Okay. But I know right now what y'all doing is y'all giving me a whole list of why you're exhausted. As a matter of fact, you're giving me a list of why I don't understand why you're exhausted. Listen, we've all gone through seasons of our life where life is heavy. It's heavy. You think that every day I come here and I smile and I'm excited and everything is good? No, as a matter of fact, the last time I traveled, my husband got into a car accident, found out he's having surgery, still dealing with the kids and all the things that are happening. See, the reason why y'all don't know everything in my life is because I don't get to give you all of my family's history, because I don't have permission to share their story. You hear me talking about what I'm going through. You hear me talking about what I've healed through. You hear me talking about what I'm working through as it pertains to me, because it's my story and I have permission to share that. But what I do guard and what I do find sacred is my family. Therefore, there's a lot that's happening that y'all ain't got no clue, because it's none of your business. And some of y'all need to come to that place as it pertains to social media, that it is not everybody's business to know every single thing that you're doing. They don't need to know every single time you cook a different meal unless you're a chef and that's what you're doing. They don't need to know how hard you had to breathe. And they don't need to know all of that. Some of y'all need to just take a moment to process what you got going on for yourself without input from somebody else, in order for you to decipher, discern, and figure out what you really feeling. Some of y'all keep asking too many other people what they're feeling for their opinions in order to validate you or why you feel how you feel. And that's why you're exhausted. You're exhausted because you keep going to too many people to figure out how you feel. Take a moment to be quiet and figure out where you at. Where you at? I'm not going to ask y'all for your permission if I need to cry. I'm not going to ask you if I should be sad. I'm not going to ask you if I should be okay with being abused. I'm not going to ask you if I'm doing too much. I'm not going to ask you if I should come on Facebook Live every day. I'm not going to ask you for your permission for me to be great. I'm not going to ask you or beg you to do anything for me to buy my products, because who I am is enough. Who I'm becoming is all it is. And I know for one thing, for myself and for you as well, you get to be a work in progress and you get to be an expert at the same time. You get to heal and grow, and you get to help build other people up. You get to be more than one thing. You get to be multifaceted. You do not have to be put in one little box to say, oh, this is all I can be. I get to be all I be. I tell you who I get to be. You tell the world who you get to be. You don't sit back and wait for somebody else's permission. Unapologetically stand up tall. Whoever's out there right now telling me you're exhausted because some of that stuff you need to get away, push away, put it in the trash, let it go, move forward, and keep it moving. And don't look back. Move forward. So you're exhausted. So is everybody else. The answer is, so what? Now what? What you gonna do now? You're tired. What you gonna do now? You've had enough. What you gonna do now? You're sick of being broke. What you gonna do now? You're tired of watching everybody else win. What you gonna do now? You tired of not having a man. What you gonna do now? You tired of these kids running amok. What you gonna do now? You tired of that man cheating on you. What you gonna do now? You tired of that job. What you gonna do now? What are you going to do now? Because I know what you don't want. The question is, do you know what you want? And once you know what you want, are you ready to put in the work? Put in the work. Ain't nobody up with me half the night, all night long, when I have to spend all night long to get things done. Nobody was up for 30 plus hours when I was trying to launch that product. That was me. I put in my work. But see, what's going to happen is y'all going to sit back and say, ooh, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, Tanisha just blew up. All of a sudden, somewhere came. They didn't just blow up. Nothing just happened. You just were not there in the middle of the night when they cried. Y'all ain't there when I'm sitting here stressed out like, God dang it. You're not there when I'm laughing at myself for all the mistakes that I make. You're not there. You know why? Because it's not your concern. You get to see the end product. But you know what, though? If you were about your business, you wouldn't be worried about what everybody else is doing. You would just be right here, focused. But the reason why you so exhausted is because you spending all your time, all your energy focusing on what everybody else is doing, how everybody else is doing it, looking for the approval from everybody else. Oh my gosh, I didn't get enough likes on Facebook. I need to stop going live. It ain't working. I didn't get enough people to validate who I am. It's not working. Nobody bought my product. It's not working. Be consistent. This is day 315 for me. Whether you decide to watch my live or not watch my live is not going to stop me from going live. I'm going live because I know what God told me to do for the entire year of 2020. He said, go live every single day. He did not say, Tanisha, go live every day if you feel like it, if you want to. On those days that you're kind of questionable, don't worry about it. Those days when you're stressed out, you can pass. If you're tired, if you had a long day, if you didn't get to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, he didn't say that. He said, go live every day. I don't know what he's preparing me for, but I can promise you when he looks down at this part, he's going to say, well done. What is it that you're doing besides talking about the exhaustion and spending all that blasted day on the phone with the same people over and over and over, telling the same story? How much time are you going to spend talking about how tired you are before you actually say, let me kick it into gear? And for any person who's sitting there right now telling me, Tanisha, but you don't understand. I'm looking for help. I can't get help. I need help. I can't find help. I have questions. I don't have the answers. Anything that you do not have the answer to today, it's because it's not time for you to have that answer. Any question that you have right now, there are plenty of people all around you ready to answer. But you know what the thing is? You don't like the answer that they're giving you because you want them to tell you how easy it is. You want it to come a little bit smoother. You want it to come without sacrifice. I love you. You want it to come out without work. You want it to come without you having to do anything. Hold on, y'all. You want it to come without anything else. Come on, sweetie. Come on, sweetie. You want it to come without anything else. If y'all know me, you know I have to go kiss my husband before he walks out the door. You want it to come so simply. So here's my suggestion to you. For all of you who are in a place right now and you're hearing me, you're exhausted, you're tired, the results aren't coming, things aren't flowing the way you want to. You know what you need to do? Go back to whatever the last thing was that you were told or advised to do that you ignored, bypassed, or skipped, and do that. Go back to whatever you were told, advised, or offered to do, and you skipped over that process. Go back and do that, and then you gradually move forward. Go back, move forward. You don't get to skip over all the process. Some of this stuff, you got to go through the work. I had to go through 17 years of unforgiveness, pain, resentment, ruining relationship after relationship, self-sabotage. My God, till today, I'm still working on how to not be so good at having a pity party. I can have a pity party, y'all. I can throw a pity party, and boy, oh boy, I can bring a lot of people along with me. But I know that that's something that I have to be very present about in my life so that I push it. Nope. 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 Ain't nobody got time for that. You got to know what it is that are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. What areas do you need to push through? What areas do you need to grow through? What areas do you need to move away from? What areas do you need to move into in order to become who you are? You decide. Don't pick up the phone another day to ask somebody else for their permission for you to be great. Don't roll over in the bed another night looking at your husband or your spouse to ask them for your permission to be great. Know who you are. Own who you are. Love who you are. Work with who you are. Whatever you have on your plate, however your baggage of life was packed, we all have a story. We all have pain. But it still comes down to, so what, now what? How can I use my experiences, my pain, my trauma, the toughest parts of my life to help love and support somebody else? Why do you think we're here right now with the forgiveness lifestyle movement? Because this was birthed out of my pain. This movement was not birthed out of a joyful, excited time in my life. This movement was not birthed because I had a great feeling in my heart when I found out my mother lied to me for 24 years of my life, that who my father was. That hurts. I did not know on that day that I would take a 17-year journey of pain, resentment, bitterness, anger. I didn't know. But at some point, I had to come to a place where I said, I'm exhausted. I can't keep feeding this to myself. I can't keep poisoning myself with all of these negative, nasty thoughts and expecting God to rain abundance of love and joy and peace and harmony in my life. It doesn't happen that way. I had to say I was exhausted, but I was so exhausted that I was ready for a change. I was willing to be uncomfortable in the land of not knowing how it was going to be, but I was in such a bad place, such a dark place, such a lonely place. I knew whatever it was that I did, it had to be better than what I had going on right now. Had to be. Couldn't get no worse. You are going to have to come to a place in your life where you are so exhausted that you are ready to take your chances on whatever and however it flows. I love y'all. If anybody is looking for change, you're ready to change. That 75-day challenge that I have, it's in the links. You'll see it in the bio. You'll see it in the link. That's what you want to join. That's the thing that I would offer to you. I literally take you on a 75-day journey in order for you to finish 2020 strong, crush 2021. You can do this same challenge in 2025. We are unpacking bags and we are getting to the root of things in order to build your business, work on your forgiveness, get your waist snatched, get yourself in shape, do all those things. But y'all see me and you just see one thing. What you don't get to see is the work that I've put in. And so I've created a program of the things that I know had me stuck to help you get unstuck and move forward, to take things from a question to actually moving forward in action. I love y'all. If you're really exhausted, you're going to do something about it. But only you can. I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm about to head out, stop by the bank, get my butt to this airport. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I love you all so much. If there's anything you need from me, y'all know how to reach me. DM me, reach me at forgivenesslifestyle.com, Forgiveness Lifestyle on Instagram, Facebook. You can reach me at the Empowered Mothers page. I love y'all. I'm Tanisha O. I'm your forgiveness coach. And I hope that you have an absolutely amazing, amazing, and beautiful day. You get to create your life. Continue to forgive, heal, and grow with Tanisha O. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Ciao.